on Colonel Richard, Captain Amalthea, and Second Lieutenant Lawrence. If we have to face any of them, the more we know, the better our odds. Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails in the Sky. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, the Grancel Grand Arena, we made it into the final four, and there's 2 more days left for the competition. I missed out on some of the other attractions here. We're gonna explore a little bit of, well, we're gonna try to. I think they like wanted us to go to bed or something, but we're gonna look around a bit because I really don't know. Maybe it's up? The second orbally powered clock, made in the year 1163 of the Septian calendar by Zycian manufacturers. Huh. It makes sense it'd be the second. Ooh, what's all this? Oh, Annalise! Robin, all the matches today have been must-sees. It's so invigorating. Even ours? Oh, shucks. This morning I had to go out near the Irby Royal Villa for work. And as soon as they recognized us as bracers, they were all over us. It was terrible. Hard to believe all the backlash those terrorists caused by posing as Bracer Guild members. Come and get it! Her name is Sorbet. My store doesn't have tons of flavors, but they're all homemade. Step on up and try one out for size. Yeah, what do you have? Special ice cream. And we've already got plenty of the rest of them. Special ice cream, huh? Sure was a shocker, I must admit. Why would the Sky Bandits who kidnapped us be allowed to fight in the competition? What in the world was Duke Dunan thinking? I'm sure it was a good show for everyone else, but it made me uncomfortable. Which makes sense. Yeah, seeing your kidnappers, like, fighting in a no-holds-barred match would probably, yeah, that'd be really uncool. I get you there. The History Museum. Okay, this is one of them. There are a lot of strange people among the scholars I deal with on a daily basis. But Professor Alba? He's just a mystery. Is he here, though? Huh. Tetracyclic Tower Outer Wall Segment. Age Preceptian. This wall segment was cut and carried from a tetracyclic tower, a structure built shortly after the Great Collapse. Wow, they're that old? Depicted upon it are a staff-wielding priest and a winged godlike being, typical of period frescoes. Scholars continue to examine the design for any connection with Adios. I highly doubt pre-Great Collapse societies were worshipping a modern goddess. Oh, there he is. My, everything is just so very, very fascinating. That relief over there is from before the Great Collapse, if you can believe it. Has the same sort of feel to it as something you'd find inside the tetracyclic towers, don't you think? Imagination is a key part of an archaeologist's work. After finding an artifact, the real trick is learning what it is and why it's important. Stone pillar with relief, age Preceptian, found at the bottom of Lake Valeria, adorned with reliefs similar to those found on the walls of the tetracyclic towers. Floor tile, aged Preceptian, a piece of tiled floor from inside a ruined building. Broken stones fit together to create beautiful and intricate patterns. What is that? Ancient lantern, aged Preceptian, a device built to hold fire, most often found near towers and other ceremonial structures, may have religious significance. Preceptian calendar, the ancient civilization of Zemuria. Around 1200 years ago, the advanced civilization of Zemuria was at its peak. Then, suddenly and inexplicably, it disappeared. A great collapse occurred, destroying the Zemurian culture and plunging its people into a dark age of ruin. The items exhibited on the first floor from the very beginning of this era. They aren't believed to be products of the ancient civilization itself, but nonetheless, its influence is clearly visible upon them, giving them immense academic worth. Wait. So there was a super advanced Zemurian culture before us. Then they went through a Dark Ages. Or a Dark Age. Something similar to our Dark Ages. That was what I was going for. Items exhibited on the first floor from the very beginning of this era. So at the very beginning of the super advanced Zemurian culture, Or I guess maybe I'm assuming that they were super advanced. Oh well. That looks like armor. Shields and stuff. Knight's equipment. Age Septian calendar 500, so way more modern. In an era defined by conflict, war became a way of life, and as a result, warriors came to wield great influence in society. This eventually led to them becoming a privileged social class of their own. The knights wielded armaments like these when they went out onto the battlefield, returning with more spoils in land and gradually increasing their influence and power all the more. Septian calendar 1 to 500, the Dark Age of Ruin. Immediately following the Great Collapse, the world was plunged into confusion, signaling the beginning of what came to be referred to as the Dark Ages. This era was defined by almost endless conflict between various powers and numerous nations, large and small, and lasted for roughly 500 years. Christ. So there's one, well, actually we can still head upstairs. This place is big. Huh. Who is this? Museum director. Professor Alba is truly a great man. He has kindly agreed to study some of our undisplayed archaeological finds. They may bear untold historical insight. Septian calendar 500 to 1100, the Septian era. The first appearance of the Septian Church occurred around the year 500 and marked the end of the Dark Ages. So if the Septian Church appeared 501 years after the Great Collapse, why are they studying pre-Zemurian artifacts for connections to Aidios? The church, centered around the goddess of the sky Aidios and espousing an ideology of human salvation, began to take an active role in society and rapidly permeated social consciousness. Eventually, the nobility and knight class could no longer ignore the church's power, and a new order was established with the church at the center. I don't know about that. Ancient artifacts, age unknown. Artifact, now, a relic of any shape or size found in an ancient ruin and generally of unknown or uncertain purpose. The church believes these artifacts have some connection with the Septarions, gifts from Aidios. The Septarions are gifts from Aidios? Those are those same landing pad type things at the top of the tetracyclic towers, right? Or at least they're connected to the Septarions. Those are supposed to be gifts from Aidios? And their recovery is one of the duties that the church fulfills. Artifacts are said to have supernatural powers, but those on display here are all ones that have since lost said powers and are no longer functional. Huh. For now, anyways. Medieval loom. Age Septian calendar 900. Huh, so this was about 300 years back. A man-powered machine used to spin thread. As the Septian era continued and people became accustomed to peace, cotton and other crops became more widely cultivated and sold. This was also the era in which handicrafts with the intent to obtain money came into practice. Church Testaments manuscript. Age Septian calendar 500. A handwritten copy of the scriptures used by the church at the end of the Dark Ages. The ability to print did not exist in the Middle Ages, leaving no choice but to copy by hand onto pieces of parchment. F that. But I think that was the same for human history before the printing press, and a lot of copies were done for religious texts and stuff. But books were freaking expensive because they had to be handmade, pretty much, at least to my recollection. Church ritual items, age Septian calendar 900 approximately. The church has long been a source of art, and this has been true since the dawn of the Septian era. It was around the year 900, however, that the current likeness of Aidios is thought to have been first created. Likewise, many of the ritual items used by the church today first assumed their present forms in this time period too. Huh, so they're openly acknowledging that Aidios' likenesses was first created 400 years after the Septian church came into existence? Very interesting for a religion. Oh well. Can we read any? Oh, these are just airships. Septian 1150 to 1200, the orbital post-revolutionary world. It's only been 50 years since Professor C. Epstein invented orbments, and world technology has advanced at lightning speed ever since. Perhaps the most notable representative of these advances is the modern orbital-powered airship. These orbital ships are already used extensively in Liberl, but neighboring nations, such as Erebonia, have also begun to devote themselves to their manufacture as well, and smaller-sized airships are also used. These... I think that's... I think this is the same one that you can see in the Rhineford Company building. I think its name was the Luxuria or the Luxuriant or something like that. And this is not the exit, so... Huh. Those who survived the Great Collapse had quite a harrowing road ahead of them. Wars, poverty, famine... It's thanks to the Orbital Revolution, though, that our lives were as convenient and comfortable as they are today. Huh. I wonder if they... Nah, they seemed already... Well, their history was already vastly different from ours, but... Yeah, we're stuck with the inferior technology and way longer. And about the same 1,200 years it took them to recover from their Dark Ages. When the heck were our Dark Ages? Crap, I don't know the exact date. But yeah, I think it took us a little longer with worse technology. I'll have to look that up. But that's interesting, though. Learned a little bit about Zemuria just now. But that's not all. There's another building as well that we have to take a look into. It's not right there. Yeah, and the History Museum doesn't show up when you hold down the back button. I'm using an Xbox controller, that's why I said back button. But, Nope, gotta keep looking, because it doesn't look like there's anything else left to explore here. Grancel North Block... It's probably one of these buildings. Grancel Castle. Wait. I thought Grancel Castle was the other place. Wait. If this is where Grancel Castle is at, then what does that top part lead to over here? Grancel East Block. Grancel Landing Port. I don't think we were able to access this place until now. The Burl Orbital Ship Public Corporation. Or was that something else that was blocked off? The Army is commandeering so many landing ports for their own vessels that our business timetables are in complete and total disarray. It was the Army that completely destroyed our flight schedules. I didn't think that the Army could commandeer the airways except in times of emergency. Huh. No, there's supposed to be like the printing press or something here? But this is the Orbital Ship Public Corporation. No. I'm looking for something completely different. Or maybe I just never came up here, huh? So is this a residence? Nope. First thing we wanted to check. The Liberal News Service. Niall's finally back from his recent assignment. He's known to just disappear for days at a time, so every return of his is kind of a special occasion. Huh. He can just do that? Man, his job is way different from mine. Noticia. This year was all group fighting, so getting good pictures wasn't easy. My kingdom for a cameraman with some real shutter skill. He must be the guy in charge. I know that crest. Would you two happen to be the junior bracers, Estelle and Joshua? Really now? He's the first person to he's the first person where our reputation preceded us. That's cool. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Who's asking? I'm the editor-in-chief of the Liberal News. I've heard about you two from both Nyle and Dorothy. Oh, okay. That's us then. Oh, right. We had to vet him really quickly to make sure he wasn't one of Colonel Richard's goons. It's a pleasure to meet you. Though he's not walking around in garb that screams I'm not a terrorist, so hey, we're avid readers. Glad to hear it. So, am I just parroting rumors here, or did you two really manage to get into the martial arts competition? When Nyle heard, he said he was going to get an interview with you and took off running. Did he catch you, or did you manage to give him the slip? No, we have not seen that guy since we came to Grancel. I hope nothing happened to Nyle. Nah, Nile's good. Nile's fine. Nile's also completely not here, so I think we've seen everything here. Everything here that we've got. Huh. Alright, let's go and rescue Nyle from the clutches of these Colonel Richard jokers. All of these are just residential buildings. Except for this place. Barrel Coffee House, which I believe we've already been to. Whoa, house for sale, easy conversion to restaurant. That's probably gonna be a location in a later game. But for right now, it's completely empty. And now we've been to the Borough News Building and also the History Museum. So we can continue on with no regrets. Estelle, Joshua, congratulations on your victory. Thank you, thank you. Wait, how'd you know already? Grant already reported in. Ah, he beat us to it. So, how was it? Honestly, it felt more like surviving than actually winning. And I feel like if it had been a total blowout, we would be saying some different stuff, but yeah, at this stage, Joshua's right. We ran into lots of trouble. Joshua explained that there were Sky Bandits and Special Ops teams. I see. I'd heard that the Sky Bandits were given special permission to participate, but I must admit I'm surprised to hear about the Special Ops, particularly that their leader is so powerful. The team was pretty tough, but that commander was like on a different level altogether. He moved like a cat and was swinging that huge sword around like it was a toy. He got to move like 3 times in a row. I could barely believe he was human the way he was fighting. Yeah, what she said. Elnon, what do you know about the Second Lieutenant Lorenz's personal history? Nothing, I'm afraid. Joshua, at this stage, I'm betting to believe that Joshua knows more about Lorenz than anyone else in this room right now. The Intelligence Division is new, and Colonel Richard suppressed all information regarding them since their official inception. That includes information on the lieutenant. Drat. Joshua? You seem pretty caught up with that guy in red. Is there something we should be watching out for? No, we just need to know who we're facing, that's all. Anything that can give us an edge in the tournament. Ah, good point. Knowing your enemy is the best way to beat him, after all. Actually, this doesn't concern the lieutenant exactly. Today at noon, a military patrol vessel arrived at the landing port. Really now? Its passenger was the colonel's right-hand woman, Captain Amalthea. Wow, we lucked out then. That is news. Captain Amalthea? Is that the sneaky fox-faced woman? That witch who used Tita to threaten the professor? She's traveling through all of the major cities. Her arrival was unexpected and caused all civilian airship lines to run late. Yeah, that doesn't bode well. A tour of the major cities. Sounds like a cover for her to hunt down the professor. We've all got branches investigating her trip very carefully. I'll let you know as soon as we learn anything. You two just focus on the tournament for now. You bet! Thanks so much for all your help. But really though, there are no requests. They keep throwing me off with that. Alright, but now we've got another big fight tomorrow, so let's rest up. Wait, we need to hold on, because we definitely need to take another trip to these places. Because Joshua did no damage. Not okay. Ugh, it's only a 10-point jump for 10k! Might as frickin' well. There's no net gain here. Crap, dude. But yeah, Joshua's damage was too piddly to ignore. Alright. And then where else? Where else do we want to investigate really quickly? The Sunnyvale Inn? Nah, we're good. Okay, so we've seen just about everything here, so let's rest up. I think it was in... yeah, it should be up here. Hotel Roenbaum. There are no requests. And we've seen the mission... oh, Nyle, so you're finally back. You sure know how to keep a fellow waiting. Hey, I know that voice. Good to see you, Nyle. How have you been? Don't tell me you came here just to see little old us. Okay then, I won't tell you. I'm doing interviews with attorney contestants for my article. I figured you folks would be my best bet for getting the inside story. I was hoping I'd get a chance to ambush you into an interview at the hotel. You're way too good at your job, you know that? Well, it's not that we're not glad to see you, but this is you we're talking about. What's your angle? Hunting for the next big story, I'll bet. Ha! You wound me to the quick, kid. I've been like a big brother to you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And now you think of me as nothing but a news hound? We know you're nothing but a news hound. Not to mention, the age difference is a little much for us to think of you as a big brother. Oh, shut it. If that's how you're going to be, then I'm leaving. And you're coming with me. Okay. That's one way. That's kind of snappy. I like that. I wouldn't mind a little night air before bed. Good. We're halfway there then. There's this quaint little eatery right next door to where I work. It's the perfect place to sit and talk. The Barrel Coffee House, right? Yep. Barrel Coffee House. Are they closed? Hey, this is a nice little place. Feels less like a bar and more like a coffee shop. That might explain the smell of coffee. I hear the owner started this place up as a hobby. The brew here is amazing. Plus, he took some advice from someone later on and added curry rice to the menu. Curry with authentic spices. I'm assuming that means they're Eastern? I just like the atmosphere out here though, personally. Have a seat, let's get this interview started. Not so fast! We were just in that big match, so we're pretty damned hungry, and I'm not about to smell food without eating food. Dinner does sound lovely right about now, actually. Damn kids. Fine, I'll buy you dinner. And while you're stuffing your faces, you can give me the exclusive on any news you've found. And there's the pitch. By the way, isn't Dorothy with you today? Nah, I gave her something else to work on. Now come on, inside with the both of you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in here already. Whew! The food in here sure is spicy. Tasty, though. Nothing beats ribs covered in sauce with some potatoes that are cooked just right. I like a good cup of coffee after a meal myself. I've always heard it's difficult to make it well. Bah, way to eat up a man's paycheck, you guys. I don't know how I'm supposed to afford all this on a reporter's salary. Maybe if you went into work more, it wouldn't be such a problem, but whatever. Now, it was a great meal, and great meals don't come cheap. Okay, now, you were saying something about an interview? I could write a story about extortion. Moving on, there ain't been much to confirm that the Queen's really taken ill after the guardsmen went all terrorist. What I need is some clear info that hasn't been combed over and cleaned up by the army. I heard a little from Dorothy about the kidnapping in Zeiss. Look, let me get right to the point. I know you've got Colonel Richard by the proverbial tail. I just need to know how hard you're holding on. Way to be blunt there. Sounds like you've already figured out an awful lot. I knew he was crooked. Before that interview in our magazine bumped up his popularity, he wasn't really well known or worth paying attention to. Seems like this guy has been planning his moves every step of the way. Right now, we can't say for sure that he's planning some kind of treason against the throne. But it does look like he's manipulating the Duke somehow. Not that that'd be a difficult job, but whatever. Duke Dunan. He's taking advantage of the Queen's poor health and acting like he owns Grancel Castle all right. But what I don't get is why none of the military bigwigs are making their move. Well, about that, what do you think, Joshua? Should we tell him? Well, we could definitely use some fresh intel ourselves. As long as he scratches our backs, let's scratch his. Hey now, you two know something, don't you? We would have told you sooner, but anything we say from here on out has to be completely off the record. I hope you're ready for this. Ah, shit. I'm really not going to like this, am I? But fine. Say what you're gonna say. Whoa. His head's bowed and everything. You said you were ready for this. That's just... no way. Are you really serious? I'm afraid so. The Special Ops soldiers were behind the Sky Bandit incident, as well as the arson. Not to mention the kidnapping of the kingdom's greatest scientific mind. And I really... I never made the connection that the special, like, even being told outright, I never made the connection that the special ops wasn't actually terrorists. Oh, freaking well. General Morgan is at the top of the chain of command, and even he's basically under arrest. All of the terrorist-style activities are being made out to look like the guardsmen are doing it. Okay, enough! You've made your point! Damn it all. I can't even report a word of this! The Army's censors already have their stamp all over the latest issue. They did their work at the final printing stage. Really? So they're being censored by the Army themselves. And I'm left with nothing to cover except for this damn tournament. Hey, wait a minute. You two have something up your sleeves, don't you? That's why you're in the tournament. You could say that. We can't give you all the details on our current request. We do, however, think that we need to make a move, just to break the deadlock. You don't say. Alright then. Since I can't do anything as a reporter, I might as well pitch in. I'll see what I can dig up. I've got a few sources with fingers in places the guild would never go. Which, those places must be like the insides of volcanoes or something, because the guild's been everywhere. That'll be a big help. Doing anything to oppose the military is going to be a risky proposition, you know. Are you sure you're okay with this? Let me deal with that. Now's as good a chance as ever to prove that the pen really is mightier than the sword. Nyle. Understood. Thank you. Yeah, just leave it to me. So, what do you want more information on? Info about the Army's movements would be good, as would knowing whether or not all of the Royal Guardsmen have been arrested. And also where General Morgan is being held. Got it. All stuff that I've been thinking about too. I'll check them out. Anything else? Joshua's about to bring up something that's on his mind for once in his life. Maybe some background info on someone on the intelligence division. Huh? You mean like a background check? On Colonel Richard, Captain Amalthea, and Second Lieutenant Lawrence. If we have to face any of them, the more we know, the better our odds. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. And you can bet that the Colonel's working on the same principle. He'll probably be watching the fights tomorrow and the next day. Do you think you can manage it, Nyle? I do know a few Army folks. I can't get you anything classified, but I might be able to scare up that profile info. Okay then, I'll see what I can do. Thank you, you're a lifesaver! We appreciate it. Hey, don't sweat it. You can pay me back by winning that championship and filling me in on what you hear at that dinner party. I figured as much. We'll do everything we can. Afterward, Estelle and Joshua returned to their hotel room, where they retired early for the night. The next morning... Alright! Team Zine meets up again. Well, we all seem accounted for. Shall we be off? Our match is in the afternoon, just like yesterday, so we're free to do as we please in the meantime. We can stop by and get our equipment set up and maybe even work in a little monster killing on the way. Oh, if that's what you're after, I know exactly where we need to go. Estelle told him about the key to the sewers that the Ravens had given her and Joshua. You don't say. That's mighty interesting. I hear there are some tough monsters down there, so maybe they'll prove to be worthy opponents. A Byzantine labyrinth snaking out beneath this jeweled city. My adventure's bosom strains its corset strings. I have no problem with that, provided that we have time. I think that the entrance is just at the edge of Western Block's residential district. Okay, it's at the edge of the Western Block's residential district. So, just to confirm whether or not we've been royally screwed over, let's see if the equipment's been updated at the shops. No. Nothing new weapons-wise. We might as well get him the Silver Star too while we're here. And I think we've already upgraded. Yeah, he's already been upgraded. Shield code. Let's get one for Olivier. Yeah. No, that's only a 9-point difference. Our Zine would go a mass. Oh, what am I doing? We can't even afford that. Insufficient Mira. But we have enough for one. So let's equip Olivier. He gets everything, why not? And then the craft shoes. Oh, the beta Stragas are actually better than what he's got. So let's give him the composites and the beta Stragas for Olivier. Okay, so now that we've got them updated a little bit more, let's save and then head into that labyrinth. He said it was at the edge of West Block. Alright. Let's move out. Maybe we go just straight up? I don't know. We've only ever seen the one grate that looks like it had a... That's North Block, definitely. So that's wrong. We've seen a grate, but it wasn't in West Block. Nope, that's not it. Huh. Grancel Cathedral. There's so many things that I've never seen before. All the date spots in Relent have gotten so stale. It's so nice to be somewhere new. Vacations are the best. Seeing you on the corner with the cathedral to your back. It's a picture for the ages. Oh, if only I had an orbital camera. All I can do is burn this image into my heart forever. Alright, you do that. Harbor District. What the heck? Maybe he said West District, but what they really mean... Oh, yep, they really meant West District. Use Grancel Sewer Key A. Alright, let's do it. See what's down here. This kind of reminds me of the Relent sewers. Just grayer instead of browner. Ooh. Crap! If we can run, crap. 249. Nah, let's just attack. Mad Snail. It's weak to everything but water. A conch-shelled monster lurking in water. Has other skills besides a hard shell for defense. Well, it's not like we're not gonna heal up after this, so we can go crazy with the arts. Flare Arrow. Joshua got a little HP heal. Let's have him... No, water we don't want to use. We'll get this one, and Zine will basically attack. Well, basic attack, rather. Got it! Superior Guard. Heal and defense up. That's pretty good. The heal is worse than a Tear Balm, but still. Stonehammer, which probably isn't going to do much. Alright, but we've got Titanic Roar coming out of the gate, so that's good. $657. Wow, that was not worth it for the cost we had to put into it. Oh well.
They messed with the wrong guy.
78 experience points. Wow, a little bit longer down here, and it's telling Joshua should gain a level or two. Oh, there's another one. We definitely want to kill it. But I'll skip this fight for you guys. And they're completely freaking dead.
They messed with the wrong guy.
Golden. But yeah, it's gonna take a couple more than just those to get us our next level, but still. 78 XP. What's right here? Huh. Okay, first we want to kill this thing. No preemptive attack. Alright, 1 second, guys. Lance should finish it off.
99.
You tell him, Olivier. Oh, and we were getting plenty of time, space, and Mirage Sepith, too. That's good. But now let's see what's down here. Whoa. Obviously, we're gonna jack these jokers up really quickly. Alright. Just about there, but I feel like this might be the actual way forward in, so let's see if this other way is a dead end before we continue on. Whoa! That's a new... Whoa! Whoa! Oh, crap. Oh, they didn't get the drop on us. So what are these? Great moth. Very weak to fire. An insect with wings that shed petrifying scales. Becomes quicker after being wounded. What? But since we've only got one person who's got fire, so let's move it a little up. All right. And then, oh, two, never mind. Estelle and Zine. Oh, crap. Walked right out of our attack range. Might as well heal. He cannot heal. Forms a temporary earth shield perimeter. What does this even do? Like, does it just block earth attacks? Art. Flare arrow? This should hurt. 867. That's gonna need a basic attack to kill. Flare arrow. And then we get to see what this attack is all about. This earth wall. Defense up, I'm assuming? Max guard. So does he just block one physical attack? I'm guessing it's the latter, blocking a physical attack. Because otherwise immunity doesn't make much sense. HP heal, superior quickness, speed up and a heal. Oh man. That's okay, because all the speed in the world doesn't stop him from being dead, so.
They messed with the wrong guy.
One more fight and Estelle will have her next level. Oh, thank you for this. Wow, this place is actually pretty extensive. I can see us getting lost down here. Orbment. Let's have Joshua Latier. Yeah, just get everybody a little bit more HP, and then we can kill this great moth. Or these two great moths. So one moment. A new level for Estelle. Let's see it. Oh, and Joshua. Joshua learned Evil Eye. Savory Pinion. And there's treasure too. Oh, wow. Wait. Oh, we're gonna need to navigate this place to get it. I see now. And like usual, I'll skip this for you guys. 66. Okay, not that much of a drop. We can definitely get to the next level even with this one trip down here. Found Tirabalm. Don't be shocked now, but it's empty. Alright, and I think that might be it for this particular room. No, we can go down, can't we? We sure can. Alright. Let's venture downward. Oh, and we have to go up from here? This must be how we get to that middle section. Sure is. Found Tirabalm. The chest is empty. Are you surprised? No, but this great moth is about to be. Oh, no, never mind. We did not get the preemptive strike. I thought the game would be ending at around level 25, but it's become clear to me that we're gonna need way more than that. Probably around level... I'm guessing it'll be around level 30, maybe? Who knows? But what we do know is that Zine is running low on everything. A Latira. Wow, and he needs a... Let's give him his own tier rather than spending another 38 EP. There we go. He's all set up. And I think we've got everything down here. Okay, so that's the extent of this particular section. Now we can go back to the one we were initially exploring and kill everything along the way. Because I am not... Oh, wait, no. We haven't been over here. Huh. What's all of this, then? Whoa. Actually, not whoa. Let's get it. 144 experience points and a bunch of Mira. A Sepith, rather. We need more of those. Oh, looks like we're about to get our fill, actually. Oh, crap. Hold on. We need healing 100 EP. Let's give Zine that. And then we'll try to conserve Tirabalm so we can get over to those 2 chests. And then we'll fight more. Whoa! Is this thing gonna turn around? Oh, crap. A group of vicious monsters are prowling around. Hold on, because we definitely want to save before we fight these. Alright. Let's exterminate. We'll start with a white Gehenna. They're not all gonna stay there. Clock up EX, speed plus 50%. Dang, that's not multiple people? Wow, and no matter what we do, Joshua's not gonna move for a while. Okay, so let's use it here. See what kind of damage we're working with. 345. Not the worst. Not as bad as it could be. Yep, everybody move closer. Into range. Not you, though. Arts. This will be a stone. Wow! Scissor hands! Weak to everything! A nocturnal monster aims for enemies' weak points with its claws. Weak against arts. You're telling me. But only the lower element, or the regular element arts, I guess. Sniper shot. Let's get everybody with this. We can crit, might as well. Golden. And then Estelle. I guess we can get all these people with a gate, so... That's our only multi-hitting one. Oh well. All of them dead. Well, most of them. Yes, just seeing them disappear from the bar. White Gehenna should still get these 2. Oh, well, one of them at least. They do not like Olivier for some reason. But from here, if they're weak to arts, then we'll give them arts. Why not? Unless we can just use good old fisticuffs. Yep. And then Estelle's hit should take out the last one. Got it. Yes! Estelle learned Hard Break. And we got a bunch of Sepith. Exterminated monsters in Grancel Sewers West Block. So this was definitely good for training. But now, how do we get over there? We have to come in from that side, looks like, for that one. Well, since we're here, then, we might as well kill this. Maybe it'll be another 4? Yes! Exactly what we wanted. White Gehenna.
Let's move out.
Yes, this is... It feels like the whole point of this place is to bring Joshua and Estelle up to level 30 in a pinch. Because definitely, if we get more than 2 enemies in a go-round, that's really good for us. Okay, so there's 3 here then. Or maybe even more than 3. This is totally blocked off. Oh, we have to trip the switch first. Wow, this is a total dungeon. Found Tirabalm. The chest is empty because you emptied it, thief. Not what we were looking for. Accusations. More looking for solutions. Okay, so this, we've been everywhere over here. So let's head back. Oh, we probably have to enter that from the other side completely, I'll wager. I will wager that. But let's go down here and see what's waiting for us first. Found chomping spare rib. Wow. Is this the front or the back? Okay, it's the back. Alright, so I think we've pretty much explored this whole place, so I'm gonna kill everything and we're just gonna leave. So, I'll see you guys in 1 second when we're out. So, after plenty of hard-fought battles, we should take a look at them where they are. Stats-wise and level-wise, Estelle's level 28 now. Joshua's level 28 now. Neither of these jokers gained a level, but that's okay. That's completely okay. We haven't gotten a chance to use any of their new crafts either. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to really use them in the fights that were down there. But Estelle and Joshua, we're 3 levels higher than we were yesterday. Way more ready to take on, way readier to take on whatever they're gonna throw at us. But first, we need to actually heal up. As soon as we track down Hotel Rowanbaum. Because then we'll head over to the Grand Arena, and then we'll see who we're fighting today. I'm gonna assume it's the Kapua Sky Bandits. Like, there's no reason for them to put us up against Second Lieutenant Lawrence. So what I'm guessing is gonna happen is that we'll fight the Sky Bandits, beat them, and then we're gonna see Kurt's team get trampled. And then it's gonna be us. It's gonna be up to us to face Second Lieutenant Lawrence's team in the finals. Honestly, we're gonna find out exactly what that entails. It's all gonna have to be next time though. So definitely join me then for more Trails in the Sky. Bye for now, guys.